Hello, what's up guys? Hello, happy Wednesday. Francois, how are you doing? As usual, we're gonna be waiting just for a few seconds to see if anybody else wants to join, and then we can start. And by the way, this is my last live stream of this year, 2023. We need to take a break. We have Christmas coming, and we also have 2024. So let's go ahead and double check a few things right here. I'm gonna be checking a few stats today. Dude, there is a lot of people looking at my spreadsheet, which you guys can find a link in the description for it if you want to check all the transactions that I take on a daily basis. So let's see. First thing first that I want to review is we got an airdrop confirmed. So most of you, I think, you got the airdrop. zkfair.io airdrop. I'm gonna show you guys the process, how you can check if you are eligible. This is a L2, so just like ZK Sync, but the good thing is that they're gonna be using USDC for their gas fee. This is the first time that an L2 is actually using USDC, so pretty cool. It is a pretty cool project. Also, I think that once you're staking ZKF, which is their token, you should earn some revenue from the gas fee from the blockchain, so not bad at all. And 100% of their token will go directly to the community. So that's also pretty interesting. So once you're here on the website, you can go to Connect Wallet. Oh, first of all, by the way, if you go here, then you have to click on Get Airdrop. Number one, then you click on Connect Wallet. Next, my wallet is connected. You guys can see that for this wallet, since it is a brand new wallet, I have 344 ZKF to be claimed. So not bad at all. If you have taken any transaction on ZK Sync, on Menta, on Linea, or Polygon ZK EVM, then you should be eligible for the airdrop. So you can go ahead and double check if you are eligible. And I think first they're gonna have an event which you can add some liquidity by using USDC, and you can also earn some extra ZKF. And after that, we would have the TGE, which is receiving the airdrop. So most likely over the next 10 days, I think we should have the token, or we should be able to claim the token and then sell it if it is something that you're interested in. Now, in terms of price speculation, I'm not super bullish on the token price, or at least on the airdrop that we're going to be receiving. I do like the project after reading the documentation. But in total, I think I am getting like 2.5K in tokens in ZKF throughout all my wallets. But since they're going to have a 10 billion token, here it is. So 10 billion will go into circulation right away. Now, there's also one thing. If someone doesn't claim their token in the window, the time period, then it will get burned. So most likely I'm expecting like a 30% might get burned. And then let's say $7 billion, 7 billion tokens will go into circulation. So let's just use simple math. 7 billion, if we say that the price is around 20 cents, that is $1.4 billion. So most likely I am expecting best case scenario to be anywhere between 0.1 and 0.2. So 10 to 20 cents on the price. Obviously, I might be wrong. Hopefully it goes above my price so we can make a little bit more money. But that is actually what I am expecting. Anywhere between 10 cents to 20 cents. So it is not a large airdrop, but in the end, it is completely free. I didn't have to get involved with ZKF. Just by using ZK Sync and many other blockchains, I received the airdrop. So if we calculate the amount that I have in total, we should get anywhere between $500, $250, give or take, hopefully. So not bad at all, at least 500 bucks for Christmas. I do think I'm gonna be selling, depending on the price, maybe 50%, and then I might leave 50% left for staking, because I do like the mechanism of me receiving a reward for staking based on the gas fee. So that is pretty interesting. So again, you can go ahead and double check if you receive any allocation airdrop by going to zkfair.io. You connect your wallet, it is completely safe, no issues there, and check if you're eligible. Also, let me know if you're doing it right now. Let me know if you're eligible for the airdrop. That would be number one. Second on the list, you guys know that I've been pushing the Aevo airdrop, and they increase the size of the vault. So right now we used to have the option to just take trades, which, by the way, this airdrop is scheduled for January. It might be pretty huge based on the amount of users that are on the platform. And also the project is worth around $350 million. So it might be pretty good. And 16% is also allocated for the airdrop. But now, instead of just taking transaction and adding volume, we can go to deposit. Make sure that you're choosing Optimism or Arbitrum. Once you have your funds, which I also have a link in the description for Aevo, it is a referral link, so you get like 10% off on trading fees. But here is the one that you want to be using, which is adding some liquidity. So you click on earn, and then you add some funds. Most likely this will get filled again, because last time we had the same issue. So now it is a little bit bigger, but most likely over the next few days it should get filled completely. So you need to have USDCE, and then you can stake it right here. If it is easier for you, what you can do is by having your USDCE, before depositing, just click right here to yes, so it can get converted to AE/USD, and then it should be staked right here. But you can go ahead and double check, click on earn, and then add some funds, and hopefully by January or by the end of January we should get the airdrop for this one. And also, this is not blocked, so if you want to remove or redeem your funds, you're able to do it instantly. So make sure that you're getting involved with Aevo, because it might be a pretty good airdrop. I've also been getting that question, how you can calculate your volume. Unfortunately, you need to go to trade history and then calculate your size and multiply it by the price. That's the only way. So if I go here, which I have more transaction here, you guys can see many transactions. I need to sum every single thing here, so 0.25, 0.21, 0.04, and then multiply it by the price to get an average volume on the platform. I think on this wallet I have around 20k, I think it is, or 16k in volume. Make sure that you at least can push it around $10,000 in volume. You don't need a lot of funds, because I was using 180 bucks. You just need some leverage. Obviously, be careful with leverage. Don't leave your position open whenever the market is volatile. Just take some position, close it maybe 1 or 2 minutes after for you to add some volume. The only thing is, as you can see here, for example, in that position, let me show you guys one thing. Open long, close long. Okay, so right here I'm losing funds because of the fees. So usually the fees are around $1 or $2 if you're using a lot of volume, or at least a lot of leverage. So I was using, I think, around 10x leverage many times right here. So it is quite expensive. On this trade, I did what, $8 in profit, since it is 1 ETH. But as you can see, I only got as my P&L $4.90, and that is because I was paying around $1.80 for the fees. But again, that is because I'm using a lot of leverage. So it really depends on what you're using at the moment. Hi, I'm new into withdrawal drops. Am I late? No, you're not. No, airdrops are going nowhere. We have been receiving an airdrop since 2016, 17. And it is almost 2024 and we're still farming and getting airdrops. So no, you have time. Obviously not for all of them. But yes, most likely in the future we will continue to get many airdrop. I was mentioning that in a previous live stream. I have a list of around 100 projects to farm. So just there you can see how many projects we have that we can receive an airdrop. The only thing is, obviously my capital is limited and also my time. So I need to choose precisely what are the projects that I want to farm. But there are many airdrops to farm. Many airdrops. Let's see what else. Camino landing also, if you guys are already farming Camino, we would have the point system pretty soon. So if we do Camino.finance, let's see. So right here, the points, you can see it says points are coming soon. So, but we also, there is a tweet going on that they did some changes on the code. So they will be adding the airdrop points. So make sure that you're also farming Camino. Next on the list is obviously MarginFi. Just found your channel searching how to not get CBIL. Unfortunately, 3 of my 2017 wallets got CBIL by Gitcoin. Needs to start new wallet. Jeez, that's crazy. How did you confirm that your wallet got CBIL? That's fucked up. I'm sorry about that. So for MarginFi, again, same process. Since we're going to be taking a break, if you already got your funds on MarginFi, you don't need to do anything else than just staking and then borrowing. I have mentioned that in the past. You're getting 1 point per dollar and you're also getting 4 points per dollar by borrowing. So make sure that you're also borrowing some funds to increase your chances for receiving an airdrop. My global rank is pretty high right now. On this wallet, obviously, I do have the opportunity to receive some referral points from you guys, which I'm very grateful. But on some of my other wallets, what I did is that I just added some more funds and I'm still within the 20 to 30,000 global rank, which is not bad. Most likely anybody that is below 50K global rank or even 60K should get the airdrop if you have been staking for some time. I'm pretty sure. Obviously, you're not gonna be receiving the same amount that I'm gonna be receiving if your global rank is 60K and mine is 10 or 13K, but still, you might receive your airdrop. I lost my Gilga Grand badge. Message asking why. They told me why I asked. Oh wow. Man, that's fucked up. Now you got me scared. Well, either way, just try to not do the same things. As usual, if you don't send your funds using the same wallet, or if you don't send your funds to your CEX using the same depositing address, and obviously using a different VPN location, you should be good. To start farming, Michaels, to start farming which projects? If I am talking about them, it is because I am farming them today, so no. You have time. Another one on the list, which I already mentioned many times, is Zetachain. There is a link in the description. Unfortunately, there is really nothing for you to do there. Just create an account, get some points, and I think by January or February we should get the airdrop for that one. Other than that, we're done. So what I'm trying to do here today is, instead of me just taking transactions, which we have been doing for 3 weeks and a half, you guys already know the process most likely by now. I just want to do a quick review of what we have been farming in 3 weeks. Also answer some questions because I'm not gonna be here for the next 2 weeks. So quick review, if you guys are new to the live stream, we have been farming this specific wallet with $400. We started with $400 and we have been farming all of these projects. So it is completely achievable. You don't need $10,000 to be farming. Obviously, it would be easier for you to add volume if you have more cash. But $400, $500 is actually more than enough for you to get involved with farming. Obviously, you need to know how to do it to get the best strategy and try to minimize the gas fees that you're paying. But still, it is completely achievable. Let me show you guys some of the stats. So right now we have farmed in total 32 projects, that is including 4 blockchains and 28 dApps in total. It says 3 airdrop received, but I just added that as an example, which is from some of my past airdrops. Pith, Network, Arbitrum, HMX. But we haven't received any airdrop right now with this wallet. Obviously, it is brand new, just 3 weeks. So reviewing some of this, you guys can see, let me go ahead and read the comment. I'm building a virtual machine to run 10 different desktops. That's great. Actually, that's the best way to do it. Please, are you still farming layer 0? Not actively. I'm just adding a few transactions here and there for layer 0 whenever I have the chance. But I still don't know if we have the chance to receive the airdrop if we start farming today. Obviously, you're not going to be losing a lot of funds if you want to take a few transactions. But again, it is a 50-50 shot. Last night, I got into Manta with 0.25 ETH. You get stone tokens of that same amount to use on Manta ecosystem. Yeah, as the LST tokens. I'm planning to do the process for Manta by the end of this month. So most likely I'm going to be creating a video on that. Solana ecosystem, Gamino, Drift, MarginFi, etc. As in just starting with everything. Well, all of them are tokenless, Michaels. So you can farm all of them. Camino, Drift, MarginFi, everything. I actually started farming MarginFi on a brand new wallet today. I got 40k in GT. Yo, that's crazy. Use my TI airdrop to make a few wallet. Dude, that's crazy. Amazing. Congrats. So yeah, here are some of the projects that I've been farming with that wallet. The first one we have, which is a bridge, and you also have the option to take transaction on chain. So for example, if I'm on Arbitrum, on ZK Sync, I can use it to take swaps. LeFi, pretty huge project. They already have some some investors backing them. I think they raised like $28 million. So it might be a pretty good airdrop. We already added 3.4, almost 3.5K in volume, 24 transactions, and we have been using it for 2 months, which is November and December. My active days are 11. Odo's another one that I really like because of the low fees on ZK Sync, usually between 30 cents or 60 cents. Been using it for 2 months, 7 transaction, 963. So you can see that the colors are changing, and that is because for the dApps, I try to have at least $1,000 in volume. So once I reach $1,000 in volume, which gets calculated right here automatically, it changes the color to orange for me to know that the first tier is completed. We have Satori Finance, which is also tokenless. So you guys can see when it says farming, it is because I am farming the project, which is a per platform NFTs to me, also tokenless. Orbiter, there is a lot of hype behind Orbiter right now. It looks like we might get the airdrop, which is a bridge. The Revio, I don't really like it, to be honest. It is on ZK Sync, not because it doesn't work, just because of the high gas fee they have. Per transaction, you can pay up to $3, $4, $5 sometimes. It is just crazy. But I still added some volume. Next on the list, Hyperliquid. Super, super interesting, guys, this project. They have a huge TVL of like $30, $40 million. And the amount of people farming it is actually quite small. So that is one that I am heavily farming on Arbitrum. The bridge, just a bridge. So also tokenless, we're farming it, adding some volume. Drift, you guys know about Drift. We have been farming Drift for some time on Solana. Zeta markets, we do have a little bit of transactions there. OmniBTC, which is my favorite bridge, we do have $796 and 11 transactions. This is the one that I use to bridge my funds to every single blockchain. So ZK Sync, Scroll, Menta, yesterday, even PGN, many blockchains. For me, it is the most complete right now. So usually that's the one that I go to. Zebra, which is on Scroll, Ambient, also on Scroll, Layer 0, which we started farming on this wallet just 3 weeks ago, 578 and 8 transactions. Wormhole, very important that you guys start farming Wormhole. Same as Layer 0, but the valuation is pretty close, and there is like maybe 100 and 150,000 users in comparison to Layer 0, which has around 3.5 million users. So this is one project that might do an airdrop just like GTO, GTO, the GTO airdrop, because of the small amount of users. The Wormhole is worth, I think, $2.5 billion, and the token is also confirmed. Let me read some of the comments. Seems like depositing on Menta through USDC pay less fees. Can anyone confirm? I don't know. I haven't deposited on Menta. By the way, if anyone needs codes, if you use Dab Sheriff during Linea, you can check the quality of your wallet. It ranks your comment by wallet quality. You can see quickly if your wallet is good or not gonna make it. Oh, nice. If you are on the Discord group, could you please send me the link for Dab Sheriff so I can check it out? Looks interesting. So another one, Zigzag, which we have been using just for adding some volume on ZK Sync, but Zigzag is not tokenless. So that's why we have not farming right here. Phoenix, it is a DEX on Solana, so make sure that you add some volume. Camino, we already mentioned that. MarginFi, we already mentioned that. We're staking some funds. ZK Bridge, which is also called Polyhedra. Good project. They do have some pretty good backing behind it. I think they raised around $47 million. So it is a pretty large project. We only added 2 transactions on the platform. We need to do a little bit more. Holograph, just a minting platform, but you do have the option to bridge your NFTs to add some volume on Layer 0. Meteora, again on Solana, just to add some fun staking. Bungie, which is a bridge. Tivaera, which is a game on ZK Sync. You just need to mint some NFTs and you're basically participating. Merkley, I don't know if we will get an airdrop for Merkley. I was actually just using it for Layer 0 to bridge their token, which they have their token on testnet, so I don't think we might have the airdrop. I don't know. Aevo, we already mentioned that. That is number 1 for me right now to farm. Black Panther on Injective, so it is by adding some volume on the vaults and also on the validator. We already did that process on one of our live stream. And Helix, by the way, I haven't added Helix here, but we do have some points on Helix, which is by swapping, by adding in a trading bot, which will be taking the transaction for you. And by that, we'll be earning some points, and hopefully in the future, we can receive an airdrop. And lastly, we have Aperture and KiloEx, which we mentioned yesterday from Menta. So these are all of the projects that we're farming, and also the blockchains. You guys can see ZK Sync, obviously number 1 for me. We have Scroll, we have Zora, and we also have Menta. All of these others, I'm not farming it because obviously they already got a token. Not ZK Sync, but I'm not gonna mention ZK Sync twice. And that's it, guys. So in 3 weeks, you can see it is completely freaking possible to farm 32 projects in 3 weeks. And I've been doing the live stream from Monday to Thursday. So that is what? 3 by 4, around 12 live stream, give or take. Let's even say 15 if you want to. So 32 projects in less than 15 days. So it is completely possible. And I've been doing the live stream for 45 minutes, an hour. So yeah, it is possible. It is with $400. And that's it. So if you have been following all of the tasks, everything that I've been doing, by now you should have at least 20 projects, farm 30 or even more than that. Been on Aevo for a few months, but I can never fill the form on Discord for registration. Closes quick. Registration for what? The form for what? And if you have been using Aevo for a few months, most likely you're gonna get a pretty good airdrop. Let me check the stats. Last time we had around 29,000 users. Let's see. Yeah, it should be here. Most likely 31. Yeah. So 31, and again, not all of them are gonna be receiving an airdrop because I have been sharing my link, and around 50 or just 30% are actually adding volume on the platform. So we could actually remove like 40% of 31K. Around 18,000 person or farmers are going to be receiving the airdrop. So not bad. Not bad at all. The project is worth $350 million. 16% will go to the airdrop. Even though it doesn't work like that, it will depend on the time that you're using the platform, but just for fun, 3K, not bad. So most likely, if you have been adding some pretty good volume around 20K, pretty sure that you can receive at least $1,000 next month in January. So make sure that you add some volume on Aevo. January, February should be the airdrop for Aevo. And I do think we still have the time to farm it. So before I go, guys, let me know if you have any question, any doubts, anything you want me to talk about before I leave. And we will be back by January the 8th, our next live stream. As usual, I'm still gonna be posting some links, some videos, because I do have some other projects that I am farming on my main wallets. I'm gonna be making some videos for you guys so you can continue to farm. But right now, just from the live stream, you guys have 32 projects to farm. Well, actually 33, because I haven't added Helix. So 33 projects to farm until January so you can go crazy. I'm a content creator from Brazil. I appreciate your job, really good. Thank you, sir. Thank you. My pleasure. Debating between virtual machine or dropping laptops at different places and remote desktop. Actually, I do that. And for me, it is the best way to do it. What I do is I have an office, obviously not at my house. I have a separate laptop, which I do have a wallet. Only one wallet there. I also use a different DEX, a different CEX for me to receive my funds. I've never used that CEX to any other wallets. So just for me to make sure, I know if everything goes wrong, I'm still gonna be receiving that airdrop from that wallet. I also have another wallet at my brother's house. So that is a second wallet. And here I have around 7 wallets. Obviously, I'm not adding the same amount of funds and also volume. I do have my main wallets, which I am trying to hit like 20K on ZK Sync, 20K on Scroll, so on and so forth, and then smaller wallets. But yes, I do have some other wallets outside of my house. That is actually the best way to do it. So if you have a job and you have the option to maybe creating a wallet there, maybe try to do it, I don't know, maybe at your mom's house, girlfriend, boyfriend, and create as many wallets as possible. Obviously, if you have the funds. If you have $400 to play with, you cannot really create many wallets. But if you have more funds than that, maybe 1.5K, 2Ks, yeah, most likely you can create like 5 wallets, give or take. So let's see what else, if I have any other news. Other than the airdrop that we're going to be receiving. Menta also is another one that I think we're going to be receiving in January, which I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be receiving an airdrop for participating on the blockchain. Hopefully they do, because if they don't, you guys know the saying, no airdrop, no community. So hopefully they go with an airdrop for us using their blockchain and then adding some funds. We also got layer 0 confirmed. What else? What else? Oh, Starknet also. Most likely will be in January. That is going to be fun, Starknet. Which one is better to farm, ZK Sync or Arbitrum? There is no airdrop for Arbitrum. We already received the airdrop for Arbitrum months ago. Many months ago. Like 7 months, 8 months ago, we got the Arbitrum airdrop. So no, you are not going to be getting the Arbitrum airdrop. Is New Paranoia is it my social connected to wallets or burn? Do I need new Twitter and Discord? Yes, you need new Twitter accounts in Discord. Yes, yes you do. You have 17 Twitter accounts? Dude, what are you farming? So yes, only ZK Sync, correct. Which one is gonna start dropping in January? Not ZK Sync. What's up, Frank? Not really late. We were just reviewing some of the projects that we have farmed over the last 3 weeks, because today is my last live stream for this year. We're gonna be back by January the 8th, just taking a break. No, dude, you're actually bigger than that. You're actually bigger than that. 17 Twitter account? Dude. Hi Max, I couldn't enter before. Have you talked about ZK Fair and Kia? I don't know what is Kia, to be honest. The only Kia that I know is the Kia Sportage. ZK Fair, sure. Let me go ahead and share some info about it real quick for you. So we got the ZK Fair airdrop. Oh, actually we're just checking if we are eligible for the airdrop. Nothing else. This is a L2, so a blockchain, which it is going to be using USDC for their gas fee. So right now, if you have used in the last 2 months, Polygon ZK EVM, ZK Sync, Linea, which other one, Menta, then you might be eligible for the airdrop. Just go to the website, which is zkfair.io, and then you will check if you are eligible. This is the brand new wallet that we have been using for the last 3 weeks. That one got eligible for 344 tokens. I mentioned that the price per token might be anywhere between 10 cents to 20 cents. I'm saying that because the circulating supply will be 10 billion tokens. So all of the tokens will go into circulation. The only thing that might reduce the tokens is if people are not claiming their tokens within the window, within the time period. I think it is around 10 days. So after that, it will get burned. So most likely, let's say that 7 billion tokens go into circulation. We calculate that by 10 cents. Should be around $700 million, which is pretty huge, to be honest. So best case scenario, 700 million market cap or 1.4 billion market cap should put the price anywhere between 10 cents up to 20 cents. But I can tell you how many I've lost to suspended them. Superman predicts Menta for 100x this bullion, so start farming this one today. Thanks for what you do as master. My pleasure, my pleasure. Actually, yes, I do think Menta will do pretty good in 2024 and even 2025. Can you show us your scalping strategy? I have no strategy. I just buy, wait for 1 or 2 minutes, and then I cash out. That's it. I have no strategy. Hello, your videos are very helpful. Thanks, man. My pleasure. My wallets are top 0.2% on every chain. Nice. That's nice. Awesome. I don't think my stats are that high on layer 0, but on ZK Sync, yes. Mine are top 2%. Another thing, entered Gitcoin Passport today and my points were above 20. Do you know if they removed something? I was 20.3 before. No idea. I don't know. I haven't checked my Gitcoin Passport for a while, so I don't know. I really don't know. How many of you have staked into Menta? I haven't done it myself, but I should. How long do you need to be staking funds, and if you're able to unstake it at any time? It depends where you're staking your funds. So for example, if it is on MarginFi, obviously you're getting points every 24 hours. So it depends on how many points you want to get. So once you remove your funds, you're not going to be getting any more points, but you can remove it instantly. Same for MarginFi, the same for Aevo. Most of them actually. Mithera also, you can remove your funds instantly. I want to do it, but wait. I know. It is around 40 to 50 bucks to bridge to Menta right now. For me, it makes no sense. So that's why I'm actually waiting for a few days. I did all the Menta quests on Galaxy, but I have not bridged to pardon Menta as my wallets are bunked. We're bridging on new wallets. Yeah, but if you're bridging on new wallets, make sure that you add some volume on some chains, because it will look pretty bad. You might not get a huge airdrop if it is a fresh wallet. So make sure that you start farming, or just take some few transactions on 1inch, Arbitrum, ZK Sync, many places to show that you're a real user, and from there you can send your funds. That would be the best way to do it. Let's see. Oh, also, let me go ahead and show you guys something. It is not rank. Crypto. Rank.io. So since I'm not gonna be here for the next 2 weeks, if you guys want to know, I'm still gonna be making a video, but if you guys want to know how usually I look for airdrops, I usually go here and look for their investors. For example, if we do Romho, we do funding rounds, you guys can check the information. So they raised $225 million, valuation at $2.5 billion. They do have some pretty huge investors backing it. So that's why usually I choose the projects that I want to farm. And obviously I check how many users are using the platform. And the most important part is the valuation, because if they open at $2.5 billion, and they do an airdrop of 10%, well, that is $250 million to be airdropped. But in comparison, if we get involved with a project that is worth $1 million and they do an airdrop for 10%, that is 100K. 100K divided into 10,000, 100,000 people is actually nothing. So I always try to get something with a huge valuation and with less users. And obviously I try to use it to see if it is a good platform. And from there, I start farming it. Also, something very important is how easy it is for me to farm it. If it is something that I'm going to be spending hours and hours to farm, most likely I'm going to be skipping it, because I would rather farm 6 projects in 1 hour than me spending 1 hour farming only one project. So it needs to be something easy, something cheap, which I don't need to use a lot of gas fees. Valuation need to be pretty high also, and users low. And obviously some information on the airdrop, maybe some hints that we might get the airdrop. Can you still be eligible for agent layer? Most likely yes. How much for Menta Bridge? The fee for Menta, it is around $50 right now on ETH. Can I check A-Key network airdrop? I've never heard of it. A-Key. 1 second. A-Key. Is it A-Key or Kia? I'm looking at it on my phone. Okay, A-Key network. The largest influencer network, data-driven for attention. Never heard of it. The wait is over. Welcome to drop. Check your A-Key tokens. A snapshot was taken 5 days ago. So for you to get eligible, you need to have a badge, converted 20 users or referrals, own a key or AKI profile, hold trending campaign NFTs, completed 7 campaigns. So no, I'm sure I am not eligible for this project. Does the valuation always mean that the market cap, or does it change at launch, or do you think we should sell 100% of the allocation when we get it, or maybe sell 50% and let the rest ride? Usually they try to do the launch above the valuation, because as an investor, if I'm investing in a company and I get a valuation of $2.5 billion, most likely I don't want the project to open at $2.5 billion. I want it to be bigger, because if I'm investing $1 million, I don't want to get back the same $1 million. I want it to be higher. So most likely it should be a little bit higher. So let's say maybe $3.5, $4 billion. And then the price might crash because we will have a lot of people selling. In the past, when we were in a bear market, I actually preferred to sell 100%, but it looks right now selling maybe 33%, 50% just to be safe, and then leaving the rest to sell it in the future might be a good option, I think. Obviously, it will depend on the project. If you're getting a trashy airdrop, just go ahead and sell everything. But if it is a good project, you can actually keep some of it. How long do we have to stake on Asian layer? No idea. I don't know. Pretty sure they are also calculating the days that you're staking on Asian. Do you have a video on Solana airdrop? I have 3 SOL ready to start farming on Solana. Yes, if you go to my channel, there is a playlist for it. 1 second. If you click right here on playlist, you will see the Solana airdrop right here. So you can click on it and you would get all the information. I think I have 4 videos right now on Solana. I also have a few live stream on Solana. Let's see. This one, also this one, and this one. So I have 3 live stream on Solana. You should be covered. I'm also planning to do another one this week, another project. Realistically, if I have $10K with me right now in USDT, can I make crazy money during this market? It depends. If you're planning to do, what are you planning to do? Investing or farming? Both of them can make you a ton of money. If it is investing, obviously, if you know what you're doing, yes. Most likely you could do 10, 20, 30Xs on that 10K. So anywhere between 100K up to 300K if you know what you're doing, obviously. For the path, he said it's around $40 to $50 right now. Yeah. If you got time and explaining how you can farm on multiple wallets. Yeah, sure. When I'm farming multiple wallets, what I do is I separate the browser. So as you can see, this is Brave browser. So I have one wallet installed here. And right here, I have another wallet. Whenever I am using a different browser or a different wallet, I use a different location on my VPN. This is Surfshark. As usual, I have a link in the description for it. It is like $50 for 2 years. So if you need to be using it because they're tracking your IP. I got blocked from an airdrop in the past because I use the same IP. So make sure you don't do the same error. As myself, that would be number one. I separate the browser and also I changed my VPN. So right now I'm using Argentina. If I switch to this browser, which is Vivaldi, then I might switch to, I don't know, Australia, Bahamas, or anything else. Bolivia, Brazil. And from there, I also try to take different type of transaction. So for example, on this one, I might have a lot of volume on ZK Sync. And then on the other one, I might have a lot of volume on Scroll. Obviously, I'm still going to be farming both of them. But it just looks like I'm farming ZK Sync a little bit more. So maybe on ZK Sync, I am using something like Satori Finance, all those. And on the other one, I'm using Li-Fi and the Review on ZK Sync, just for it to look a little bit different. That would be the main thing. Now, obviously, I don't send funds between my wallets. So if I need funds on this wallet, I would never send it directly. What I do is I send it to Binance. You do have the option to create a deposit address, multiple depositing addresses. So you would choose one. For this wallet, you send your funds. And from there, once your funds are on Binance, you can then remove it because that is not trackable, because it is actually coming from Binance wallet. I do have a video explaining and also showing it. Right now, I cannot show you my Binance because I do need to access into it and add some personal information. But that is actually the best way to do it. Just by creating some wallets, you send some funds and you try to be different on each wallet. Obviously, also maybe changing the hours that you're taking your transaction should work. Airdrops and investing both. Again, it is very, very difficult for me to answer that question. But most likely, if you know, again, if you know what you're doing, let's say you have $10,000 right now and you're farming maybe 5 wallets and you're farming ZK Sync, Scroll, Menta, Linea. On these 4 projects, you should make at least at a bare minimum $5,000 per project. So per wallet, you could do maybe 20K, 10K, worst case scenario. So with 5 wallets should be around 50K because you do have that amount of funds to add a lot of volume. So maybe $2,000 per wallet to take transaction. You do the main blockchains, which should give you around $10,000, 15K in airdrop per wallet From there, you can also farm Romho, which should be a good airdrop, Aevo, Solana blockchains, Solana projects, which you could make, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000 on each project if you know how to take your transaction. Yeah, 10K, easily you should do 100K on airdrop. Obviously, it takes time. It is not something that you're going to be farming today and then in a week you get your airdrop. It doesn't work like that. Usually it is months, but most likely by 2025. Worst case scenario, maybe 100K. Best case, maybe 250. How long have you been farming airdrop? And if you don't mind me asking, how many X's of return in total? You can actually check one of my first videos. Let me check if I still have it here. 1 second, guys. It is a pretty old video. Here it is. 1 year ago, I started farming Arbitrum. Then I didn't took any other airdrop, or I didn't farm any other airdrop. Once I received my Arbitrum airdrop, that's when I got interested really into airdrops. So I started farming Arbitrum with $40. And I've been moving the same amount of money into farming new airdrops. So for example, on one of my wallet, I got 1.5K in Arbitrum, on the airdrop in total. Then I moved those funds to create more wallets, to get more airdrop, to farm many more things. And right now from $40, I've made around $10,000 in total. So if you wanna know the X's, we can do 10,000 divided into 40. 250 X's, give or take. I'm farming ZK Sync, Linea Scroll. What I'm missing? ZK Sync, Linea Scroll, Menta, I would say, Romho, Aevo. There is a lot of projects, so just choose whatever you feel comfortable with. Also, Solana projects are pretty good, or injective projects. I get paranoid switching between VPN location, between wallets on one computer. I go into earn play mode, then disconnect everything, connection with MetaMask, close browser, then open next browser. Well, that's great. That's actually the way to do it. I'm kind of lazy, so I just switch. I close my browser, then I switch location. It is incredible how finance has changed in these times. I like your content, bro. Regards from Peru. Enrique, muchas gracias. Bendiciones, hermano. So you recommend not sending funds tokens from MetaMask or Trust wallets to the wallet you plan to farm on. Yeah, basically don't send your funds from one wallet to the other one. So if I have one wallet, for example, on Vivaldi or Chrome, most of you guys don't know about this browser. Let's use Chrome as an example. I have my funds on a wallet on Chrome. I want to send it to my second wallet. I should not use wallet to wallet sending transactions. I need to send it to a CEX, and from there remove my funds from the CEX to another wallet. And again, you need to have a specific deposit address on Binance. They give you the option to create up to 10 depositing addresses. The thing is, I've never been part of any airdrop, and a little with trading, but not that much. So what do you mean by if I know what I am doing? Well, exactly. If you know how to farm, that's the thing. You can have $1 million if you want, or if you have $1 million and if you don't know how to farm, in the end, you will not receive any airdrops. So Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't know. You can have 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Doesn't really matter because I did $10,000 with $30, $30 to $40. The same thing, maybe another person did the same process and they got maybe $2,000 in airdrop. And maybe somebody else did 200K in airdrop. It really depends on the knowledge that you have and also the projects that you're farming, how early you are farming a project. Please talk about Helix. What do you want to know about Helix? We have been farming Helix. Let's see. So Helix, I have mentioned that in the past. You can take some trades, which usually you don't get a lot of points. So go with trading bots. You can create a strategy. That is the best way to actually use Helix. You would go to manual, then add the price range. So for example, right now, geez, Injective is at $40. Nice. So I would add something like 35, 45. Number of grids. The higher your number of grid, the more trades it will be taking. Then you add the amount right here, and basically that's it. Then you create a strategy. For every trade that it takes, you will be getting some points. So if you go to reward, trade and earn, and you can see pending rewards, I have 405 points, and on another one, 947. This is brand new. So this is another event. I haven't taken any transaction right now. Love your channel, best injective airdrop. Most likely Helix and Black Panther are the best. How many points do you think is enough on Helix? Did they confirm the airdrop? They didn't, but there is no token currently. So most likely 50% of the time when a project, when they don't have a token and they decide to create one, 50% of the time they go with an airdrop. And for the points, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I'm just trying to get as many points as possible. How did you do that? How could you do volume with $40? Back then it was a little bit easier to get an airdrop. Let me show you the process. 1 second. Arbitrum airdrop requirement. You can also check the video. I have 2 videos on Arbitrum on the airdrop. 1 second. So here it is. Is there a way for me to open this bigger? Okay, what is the information? Oh, okay, here it is. So I got my first point. I bridged funds into Arbitrum 1. I took transactions for 2 months. I interacted with 10 transactions in total. So that is 1 point, 2 points, 3, 4, and that's it. With 4 points, I got the airdrop. And here it is, right here. So I got this one. So as you can see, you don't really need to hit $10,000 in volume to get an airdrop. Because here it says you get 1 point for bridging your funds into Arbitrum 1. So that is 1 for me. I took transaction for 2 different months. So that is 2 points. Then I took more than 4 transactions. Then also more than 10 transactions. And that's it. I got the airdrop right there. Easiest airdrop to farm is take 30 atom on Kelper and enjoy airdrop. I'm also planning to do that. Currently, I don't own any atom tokens. So how should I get this knowledge? I'm sorry, I didn't answer the question. Just by starting. That is actually the best way to do airdrop. Like the first phase for you is not making money. Obviously you can make money in the process, but you should actually just try to learn as much as possible. If you are already into crypto, most likely you know how to stake, how to add some liquidity, take transaction, bridge. So it should be easier for you. But at the same time, take some time also to learn airdrops. I've been doing this every single day for hours, 5-6 hours per day, Monday to Monday, just for me to get a little bit of knowledge about airdrop. So it is not something that you're going to be learning for 1 week and then making millions. It doesn't work like that. So yeah, just by starting with one thing, maybe ZK Sync, 1 or 2 Solana airdrop. Once you feel comfortable with it, then move to another project. You guys are pretty active today asking questions. So that's good. So let's see, what else? What other questions you guys have? What do you mean on Kelper? You delegate via Kelper wallet? Well, he can answer, but yes, it is by using a validator, by staking with a validator. Just like Black Panther. If we go to validator and you do stake with Black Panther, you have the option to choose staking with it. On this wallet, I am staking 1.5 with the validator. 1.5 injective only. I need to add my password. So here it is, I have 1.5 injective, which I staked, I don't know, like 3 or 4 days ago, more or less. And I should receive an airdrop just by staking on the validator. So it is the same thing for TIA, Celestia, and also Atom, Cosmos. If you are on Binance, those Launchpad are great free airdrop. I've never received a good airdrop from Binance, to be honest. Usually, at least for me, it is pennies, but most likely it is because I'm using like $500 or $1,000. How much have you earned in the last 7 months? Me, I went from $40 to around or a little bit over $10,000 in airdrops. Not a crazy amount, to be honest. Well, if we put it into perspective, from $30 to 10K, yeah, actually it is pretty good. Does every airdrop have their own requirement, and how do you find this requirement to have a better shot at getting the best allocation of tokens? Most of the time we don't know what are the requirements. Airdrop is just playing with speculation. Just like crypto, to be honest. We're basically playing with speculation of price. So it is the same thing. We're playing with speculation of receiving a token and also getting the right requirement. But most of the time, if you analyze, if you look at history from past airdrops, which usually if I'm getting involved with a DEX, I just look at some airdrop for any other DEX. So for example, SushiSwap, Uniswap, or something like that. I try to learn about it and I try to also replicate the process. So if I have a DEX which they have features like staking, swapping, then obviously for you to receive the airdrop, you need to be using all of their features, which is swapping and then adding some liquidity. Also, the earlier you are with a project, it is better. And that's it. I also try to increase my volume just because right now airdrops are kind of competitive. So most likely if you just add $100, I don't know if you're still going to be receiving an airdrop. So I try to add at least $1,000 in volume. If it is a small project. If it is a big project, I try to go with 10 to 20K in volume, which by the way, volume is not by adding directly $20,000. If you have $1,000, you only need 20 transactions of $1,000 to reach $20,000 in volume. Are you going to do the TIA airdrop on Kelper? Planning to do it. Yes, I am, but right now we are in Christmas. So I have some other things I need to spend my money on. I need to purchase another computer because this one is dying. Every single time that I do the live stream is like screaming at me. Then I also need to add some funds into Menta. So most likely next year, I don't know, in January. It really depends. I have only 2 wallets and I farm different projects in both. Am I fucked? Because I use one to what? To the SUS links. Well, I don't know. If you have been sending funds between them, it might look that it is another person's wallet, so you should be good. Just try to continue doing the same thing, taking different transactions, and you should be good. I do have 2 wallets which are linked. I have sent funds between them many times in the past before knowing about getting marked as a civil, and I still get airdrops by using them, but by now I don't send funds between them. I try to take different transactions, and also these are old wallets. I have them since 2021. What do you think about DBank, Starknet, DeFi Llama airdrops, and also Layer 3, which for me is a great platform to learn, make transactions, etc. Yeah, Layer 3 is pretty good to learn a little bit about some projects, but in the end you need to do your own research and try to take different transactions, because if all of us were doing the same thing that everybody's doing from Layer 3, most likely you're going to be receiving the same amount of airdrop. So try to look for some of the information and use different things or different features, I don't know, different strategies, depending on the type of project it is. Starting with $40, how many projects were you able to farm for the months until you received the airdrop? The only project that I farmed with $40 was Arbitrum. I took a few transactions, around 10, 12, then I forgot about it. To be honest, I was just investing, purchasing crypto for the long term. And one day a friend of mine sent me the tweet that there is an airdrop for Arbitrum. And I checked my wallets and yes, I was eligible. The best airdrop is that you can also receive non-expected. Oh, the best of airdrop is that you can also receive non-expected like Celestia or Pith. Correct. Yes. I also received the Pith airdrop. Did you share the Excel? It looks great. Yes, you should have the link for my personal. So for my transaction, where you can see there is a lot of people checking it right now. There is a link for my personal and there is also a link for the template. So if you want to purchase the template, you can do so. But if you want to just look at the transaction that I'm taking, you can click on my personal. Let's see if I can get the info. I don't want to click and edit. Let's see, 1 second. Oh no, this is my. Okay, so I only have the template right here on the live stream. I'm gonna be adding it later on, so you guys can check my personal. So let's see, let me go ahead and close a few things here, which we don't need. By the way, one thing that I wanted to mention, since I'm getting a lot of people joining on Discord, I don't know if you guys are into the Discord group, which there is a link in the description for it. I'm getting that question a lot. If I have a paid group. No, I don't. I don't charge for information. Everything I do is completely for free. So I cannot be like, if I do a paid group, I would have to be impartial with the information that I provide. So that's why everything that I do is completely free. So you guys can join the Discord. It is completely free. YouTube, free. Every single thing is free. The only thing that I charge to be honest, is the template, and if you don't want to use it, you can actually create yours, and you still have the option to watch mine and get like some motivation to create it. Other than that, nothing else. I do sometimes, if someone is a brand new into crypto and they want to create like a strategy, I do coaching, but that is one-on-one, and that is only if you want it and I have the time to do it. Like creating the best strategy depending on the amount of money that you have to spend on airdrop, creating a good strategy for ZK Sync, for mini airdrop, like minimizing the risk of you losing your funds with gas fees. But other than that, everything else is completely free. So you guys can join the Discord, and everything else, it is free. How much injective would be good for Black Panther? Have created a vault. Well, I don't know. I think if you have 5 injective would be good on Black Panther. But of course, that is if you can do it. If you cannot, do whatever you can with whatever you have. Again, I got the Arbitrum airdrop with $40. And I have received many other airdrops just by using $50, $100. So it is completely possible. So obviously, if you can go with 5, 10 injective, it would be better. But if you cannot, do whatever you can with whatever you have. How much for that tracker you're using? I think it is $10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, $10. We chatted yesterday about loss on Biso. Oh yeah, that's my boy. I think you also had some issues with OmniBTC yesterday with a pending transaction. Did it went through? Yes, I closed it, and today I got the message that it went through, which it did. Awesome, cool, that's great. Let me see if I can get the airdrop requirement so I can show you guys the difference. So for the OP, made a transaction on Optimism prior to June 23rd, 2021. So as you can see, very, very similar to Arbitrum, which is just by taking a transaction as early as possible. Repeat OP users use Optimism more than 4 unique weeks over the past year. So for example, if we calculate that for ZK Sync, one second. For this specific wallet, I have been using it for 4 weeks, 4 different weeks. So right there, I know that basically just by the requirements, I should receive an airdrop. So I basically mix all of the requirements and I try to hit all of them. Active participant in DAO, usually no, I don't do it. Multisig, no, I don't. Gitcoin, so donating to Gitcoin, which it is for OP, but I don't think that was a requirement for Arbitrum. And that's it. So as you can see, it was super simple for OP, but it gets more difficult with time. Arbitrum was pretty crazy, the ways that you can get airdrop or points. Is it easy to use? I'm pretty dumb. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I have all the information on how you should use it. So it is right here. You basically add the, so let's just use yourself as an example. I'm gonna do farming. You are on ZK Sync. And let's say you are a DEX. As you can see, all of the information is coming automatically, even though it is saying a year. That obviously is super old, but just wait a second. I'm gonna show you. So you go right here on transaction record. I said NW. I would do this. Today's date. Let's do ZK sync. And let's add $100 and $2 on gas fees. Everything comes automatically right here. So as you can see, it says active days is 1, transaction 1, gas fee is 2, your volume is 2. And also as you add ZK sync right here, it will be added automatically to the blockchain. Here you don't need to change anything. All the information gets updated automatically. I also have the information here. So just change the status and the rest will be updated automatically. That's it. By the way, why you didn't just put your address for payment instead of card? Because I cannot do it on Gumroad. But if you want to, just send me a DM on Discord. There's also above, most likely above $10,000 is good for the airdrop for ZK sync. It looks like it is cutting off a little bit. Yeah, but $10,000 volume for ZK sync is pretty good. You can also check all your information here. So once you reach a good amount, it should go up. I don't want to show you guys the other wallets that I have because if I do, I would have to share my address, but I have one with 2% and my volume is 17K. ETH Gwei affects transaction on ZK Sync and Menta. Yes, it does. The higher the gas fees on L1 gets the transaction fees on L2 also higher, unfortunately. What other airdrop received in the past? So you can receive check the requirement. I don't know. I also got an airdrop which was HMX. It was pretty small. I don't know if we can find the requirement for it. I only took 4 transactions on HMX and I got the airdrop. Nah, I don't think so. I tried to DM you on Discord yesterday. Once I finish the live stream, I'm gonna send you a DM to see what's happening. I did nothing today. Do you think it is worth it doing it at Gwei 50? Most likely if you want to wait, that's okay. There are some days if I see the gas fees too high, what I do is maybe farming something else that is cheaper. Linea just finished their airdrop campaign quest. I might have spent like $160 in fees over 10 weeks per wallet. Oh my god. Yeah. Usually that's what I do for the Gwei prices. For example, for Linea, whenever I want to use Linea, I usually wake up at like 3-4 a.m. to use it. And still, it is still even pretty expensive, like $4 per transaction for me. So, and for example, right now, if I do it at like 2 p.m., 4 p.m., last week it was around $8 per transaction. Thank God, actually, I added a lot of volume on Linea before we had the quest. Like, a month and a half, 2 months ago, I added $10,000 in volume on some of my wallets. So for now, I can actually just chill. How soon we going to see the linear airdrop? No idea. I don't know. But if we're getting Quest on linear, most likely we should see it Q1 or Q2 2024. So maybe before June. I hope so. Go ahead and test something. Linear. Oh, I think this one is tokenless. LogX. If I'm not mistaken. I think it is linear and Mento. Okay. Satoshi Finance, also tokenless on linear, so we can use that. Horizon Dex, I think they did the airdrop. And actually I was participating. So I think I need to check. Let me see. I have $200. Which project do you recommend me to start farming now? Something cheap and soon. That's good. Something cheap and soon. I don't know, man. I cannot recommend anything. I'm not a financial advisor. But if I was speaking to myself, most likely blockchains. Easiest way to go. I do like Solana airdrop, but my only issue is that once you stake your funds, if you remove them, basically you're not earning points anymore. So if you go to Solana with $200, that is good. You can basically loop them. So you lend some money, you borrow against it, you lend it again, and you borrow against it. You do it for a few platforms. But after you do that, you cannot really touch your funds anymore. So it really depends on what you want to farm. Solana, I would say it is the easiest. Injective also. Now, if you're moving into blockchains, yes, you're going to be spending a lot of more fees, but at the same time, you can also farm more projects. So if you go with Zk you can farm all those, or you can farm Lefi, Derivio, Satoshi Finance, while you are farming Zk. Same for Linear or Scroll, which they have ambient. I think there's another one, Zeta, I think it is Zeta Finance on Scroll. Menta also is good. Do you know how rank works on ZK website? On ZK or MarginFi? Is that based on global rank with all transaction? The network on your rank and living with the network. Not sure if you understand my question. Okay, but are you asking about ZK or MarginFi? How many pawns do you already have on Black Panther Injective? Small, pretty small, to be honest. I think like 3 points, something like that. Pretty dumb. Yeah, there is the token. And I think I participated for the airdrop. I don't remember which wallet. So now I need to check if I received my airdrop for Horizon. Oh, ZK Codex. Okay. It is based on your volume, on the time that you have been using the blockchain, your transaction count. What else? Oh, and also the different projects that you have been using. So once it says like, I think it says interaction smart contract. ZK sync. 1 second. Let me go ahead and double check for you. D-mail airdrop on Q1. Yes, it is confirmed, but I don't think we can participate anymore. Most likely they already did the snapshot for D-mail. And I don't even remember if I participated for D-mail, to be honest. So ranking, it is based on interaction, contracts, which means different platform with different contracts. Also NFTs, I think that could play a role. Bridging funds from the native bridge, which right now it is just super expensive. Volume, obviously. Fees, I don't think that gets added to the calculation. But the time is something very important. So the age, as you can see, this is a brand new wallet. You guys know that we started farming this just 23 days ago. So most likely once this goes to maybe 2 months, then my ranking should go up. I'm saying that just because of my other wallets. As I said, I have one with 10 months on ZK Sync and my ranking is 2%. Volume is 17 or 18K. Also interacted contract, I don't know, maybe 75. Transaction count, it is at 196. And fees, I think it is at 150 or 160. Let's see. White is not moving anymore on MarginFi. I never on stake, but I did on stake some and move it around and came back with borrowed from more platform. Because there is a lot of people with more money than you. That's why. That's exactly why. Mine is actually moving backwards. I was sitting at 11,000 rank and right now I'm at 13,000. So there is a lot of people adding funds to the platform. Most likely you're getting outstaked. So there is someone with more money than you, staking more, borrowing more. So you're moving backwards. That's why. Let's see. So I'm gonna refresh. Let's see if this changes. Full table. Oh, they changed the UI again. Thank God. Nice. It is actually moving up again. A little bit. This changes a lot. But 13 right now. Johnny, what the fuck? How do you know? Are you watching me? I hope Starknet give airdrop latest January, a big one. Or it depends for how long you have been using Starknet. Really depends. How much do you spend farming for different airdrops? I don't know. Usually when I set up a wallet, I just add $400, $500 into that wallet, and that's it. Basically, I don't touch it. So that is just my funds to farm projects until I receive an airdrop. Then I remove all of them from that wallet and then I start it again at $500. That's it. We can hear you, fam. Now the question is, how do you know the sound? I'm guessing you also vape. How do I know ZK Fair is safe? I guess because I know, I don't know. Just from the information that I have. Also, it is an L2. And from the backers. It is backed up by Polygon. Which other one? I don't remember which other one. Usually that's how I know. Just by the backers. The investors behind it. Max referred to my code. I'm moving down. Hey, if I have ever used bots to help me with transaction and lower gas fee. My main issue with bots is that it is something that it is not confirmed if it works or not. Like, people are currently using it right now. So I don't know if it will work in the future. Once we have some people receiving airdrops, and I know for sure that that person is actually not just spreading false information about the bot, I might use it in the future, but for now I just like it. So you own a vape shop. That's why. Am I related to MZT Cat? What's that? I don't know. I've heard people use proxies to minimize chances of having stable wallets. Is that necessary? At least not for me. I think if you do all the right things, you shouldn't get any issues. The main comment behind using proxy is that most likely if you're using a VPN connection, there is another person using that VPN connection. And just because of that, you might get banned. It doesn't work like that. Because if it does, then there is a lot of people doing bad things, criminals, then all of us, we should be in jail. Because right now I'm using a VPN. Most likely there is a drug dealer using a VPN and I'm not selling drugs. So it doesn't really work like that for you to get banned from a VPN. Have you heard this project called Grass where you share your bandwidth? It may have an airdrop in the future. Yes, but I don't think the airdrop will be big. So that's why I'm not using it. But yeah, for sure, go ahead and use it if you do like it. It is just not something for me. Do you know something about Venom airdrop? Your neighbors are quiet today, bro. Yes, they are. They are. Thank God. Thank God. Yes, I have been farming Venom, but they have like 2,572 tasks to do, which I haven't done it in a while. Just tired of it. So time affects a lot. Moving up in rank, even when you're in the interaction, transaction, and volume are good. Yes, time is more important than volume. Always, always, always more important than volume. Now, if your wallet is brand new, obviously, the only thing you can do is add a lot of volume. Do you have like a community or some sort of course where I can get more info from you? I just said it a few minutes ago. I don't have a paid group. I don't have a course. All the information that I provide is completely for free. There is a Discord group in the description, which is also for free. You can go there, ask questions. I will answer as many questions as I can. The only thing that I charge for, and it is only when I have the time to do it, and if that person really needs it, it is just coaching. So, for example, coaching for a month, for 2 months, just preparing the best strategy to form 1, 2, multiple wallets, and from there, once you have enough information, I let you go. That's the only thing that I do when I do have some time. But I don't charge for groups, paid groups, courses, or anything like that. It is completely free, every single thing. Allocation of airdrop on Linea, 17K. volume 45 interaction and like 15 transactions. Rank to 75k on linear. Oh, that's good. Interaction is actually your transaction, but the 15 transaction is the interacted contract, I'm pretty sure. So in that case, I would try to increase your interactions to 100 at least, because your volume is pretty good. 17k in volume is actually great, but try to move it above 100. Sure, you can join the Discord. Just wait a little bit because I do need to accept you. Where do you sit? In Aintrack or somewhere else? What? Oh, his volume on ZK on Linea. Pretty sure he's using ZK codecs, right? Or you're using something else for Linea. Can I have the layer 0 airdrop if you start now? There is a 50-50 chance of you receiving the airdrop. I don't know, to be honest. What do you think about Purso? I'm gonna be creating a video on that project this week. As soon as I get another airdrop, I will make a donation to the channel on the wallet on Discord. Thanks a lot for the free content and time spent. Thank you, sir. But first, make sure that you make some money. That's what maybe makes me happy, to be honest. 1 second, let me. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, it is ZK codecs. But I don't have transaction on Linea on this wallet, so I cannot check here. Dude, 2024 will be just freaking crazy. We have so many airdrops. And the good thing is that the closer we are to bull run, there is more projects that are gonna be doing the airdrop, because obviously they want to make some money from their token. That's why usually we don't see a lot of airdrop in bear markets. Airdrops is my second job since several months, with the expectation to get finance freedom in some time. But as you mentioned, you need to be constant and have a schedule with main airdrop. Yes, you do. Actually, with everything in life, right? Everything in life, you need to be very constant, have some consistency behind it. That is the only way that you can make some money. Even with investing in crypto. Like the first time that I tried crypto was in 2021. I lost all of my funds. I started in November 2021. By December 2021, I spent December with no money. When I say no money, like no money. I even had to sell some of the things in my house to pay for rent that month in December. In 2022, I made a lot of money. And now in 2023, I have made way more money than that from just my investments and also airdrops. Investing Guru, again, I don't know if layer 0 is still good. We have no information about if they took the snapshot. So it is 50-50. If you want to get involved with it, yes, you can try. But I don't know, to be honest. I'm still adding some transactions here and there, but I'm not creating more wallets or adding crazy volume on layer 0 anymore. Have you seen Asian? Is it Asian layer? No, Engine Quinto. I don't know what's that. Never heard of it. What was your biggest airdrop regarding value? I think Arbitrum and Pith. Arbitrum in total around 3K and something. Pith also close to 3K, 2.6, something like that. For the Menta airdrop, how much ETH do you have to stake? Or do you get the ETH back after you get eligibility? For Menta, you need to stake 0.25 ETH and it gets locked for 69 days after there is the TGE for Menta. So after you receive your Menta tokens, it will be locked for an extra 69 days. So most likely by April 2024 is when you're going to be able to remove your ETH. So that is 0.25 ETH, which is around $550. Also, you would need around $50 to send your funds from the L1. New in farming airdrop. So far I learned new words like Degen, snapshot. Wonder what else. Well, I don't know. LFG. I have $30, which is the best way to start my journey in the airdropping world. Dude, $30. Well, that is just to learn, to be honest. $30, I don't know. You can start with anything. Maybe Solana airdrops. You think the Helix airdrop will be big? Yes, actually yes. If they do an airdrop, I do think it will be pretty huge. Actually, I do think it might be even bigger than Black Panther. Because right now, if you go to Injective, for me, the main DEX is actually Helix. So yeah, I do think it might be pretty huge if they do the airdrop. You get nothing from helping us newbies on airdrop. You're such a Chad. Fam, thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. Dude, I've been there. I've been there. Trying to learn about airdrop, losing a crazy amount of funds. So I'm just trying to share a little bit of what I know. Because it is not easy at all to be spending time trying to understand a fucking tweet, which there's like really no information. Go ahead and farm this. Like, how I'm gonna farm ZK Sync? I need pictures, videos. How the heck I'm gonna start? So that's why actually I started the YouTube channel. Even now, sometimes it is quite difficult to farm some of these projects, or at least to understand it. Dude, for how long have we been doing this? Almost 2 hours. Jeez. You guys have time to hear me talking trash. Almost 2 hours. I tried Helix. It seems slow to me. See how they even swap. Yeah, for Helix I only do the trading bot, so adding liquidity, because usually I don't get involved with Injective. Like what I'm gonna do on Injective, just use Black Panther and Helix back and forth. So it is not really a chain that I really use. I am just farming it. But again, Helix, I do think it might be huge, just because your main DEX is actually Helix. So it is like receiving an airdrop for Uniswap back then. Happy holidays to you, my friend. Happy holidays. The longest live ever. Yes, it is. So guys, just a few more minutes. Let me know if you have any other questions, any doubts. And again, we're going to be active on Discord, answering more questions. But we have been here for almost 2 hours and I need to drink some water. Max, I'm out of Injective and Cosmos. What do you recommend me? I'm on Wormhole, ZK, etc. But don't want to miss this. I'm not doing Cosmos right now. I'm just doing Injective. So the easiest way to do it, if you have like $200 that you can use, is maybe adding Injective is at $40. So $200 should give you around 4.5 Injective, give or take. So you could use 1.5 for Helix with the liquidity, so it can take the trading automatically, and then 3 Injective on Black Panther validator. I like to go with the validator because if you do vault, it will swap 50% of Injective into USDT. And most likely if Injective goes up, you're not getting the full price on Injective in the future because half of your tokens will be USDT. Is my Discord free? Yes, sir. Everything is free. Every single thing. We do everything for free here. Johnny is even giving away some vapes for free. My pleasure, guys. No, I'm not taking break from Discord because Discord is actually easier for me. I can answer questions outside of my house, going to other places, but just doing the live stream right now, I'm gonna be taking a break for the next 2 weeks, and we're gonna be back by, is it the 8th? Yeah, January the 8th, and I'm just doing it because next week it is 25. And the week after that, it is the 1st of January. So most likely you guys are going to be spending time with family members, getting drunk, everything else. So that's why the 8th. But I'm going to be active, Discord, Twitter, and most likely also posting some videos. No, the track is not free. True. You got me there. My pleasure, guys. My pleasure. My pleasure. So we're going to be ending the live stream here. Thank you guys for these 3 amazing weeks. We will be back by January. Take care. Be safe. That's it. God bless you all. Take care, guys.